Hey, Facebook. Let's get Instagram going. Hey, Instagram. Hey, everyone. Okay, I'm going to give everyone a second to jump on here before I get started. All right. Okay. All right, everyone. Okay, so welcome to the fourth day of the challenge that will allow you to manifest an extra $100, $500, or more into your life. So if you're new to this video, make sure you jump back to day one and start there. So this makes sense. And if you follow the exact steps that I give you, I have no doubt you will manifest money into your life. And a big tip is the more fun you have, the easier this will be. I do recommend that if you of having a notebook handy, because we are going to be having a couple exercises that you can write down. And if you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comment section. And at the end of the video, I will go back and answer all of them. Okay, so, hey, Leanne. Hi, Karen. Happy you guys are here. It's going to be so fun. I know, day 4. One more day. It's amazing. This went by so fast. Okay. So today we are going to up our ability to embody the money. Okay, so the first exercise of the day is shifting our own phrases from can't to can. So most people limit themselves with their words, unconsciously all the time throughout the day. Okay. And today we're going to stop saying bad words. Okay. So these are like the swear words of manifestation. I really don't care if anybody swears, but these are the actual swear words that I do care about. Hey, Tanya, glad you could jump on. So, okay, so in this case, these bad words have to do with limiting the amount of money that we can have in our lives. So the bad words literally, like, are it's basically you taking money away from yourself. Okay, um, so think of it that way. And whenever we put it into that perspective, it's like, oh wow, yeah, I guess I should probably stop doing that, right? I should probably stop swearing. Okay, so here are some examples that I'm going to give you. Number one, I can't afford that. That's too expensive. I wish I could buy that. Maybe when I'm rich, I will do that. I can't, I'm broke right now. So whenever you say these things, you are literally arguing for your limitations. You are affirming the scarcity-based mindset that is creating the reality that you don't want. When you say you can't afford something, you are literally manifesting the fact that you will never afford it. Okay. Even when what you are saying is technically true at that moment, we are always consciously creating our next reality. Okay. And you can start to shift that reality by shifting energetically first. So whenever we do this, one of the best ways to do this is obviously to shift our phrases, right? Yeah, maybe you cannot afford that right now. Say, you know what, in the future, I will buy that or something like that. I'm going to give you guys some examples here too. Your word is literally, it's your wand. You're more powerful than we are led to believe. So, start energetically spending the money in your mind. Okay. Start saying to yourself, I can afford that. That is so exciting. That is priceless. I love being so abundant and wealthy that to be able to buy that. That is a high-end item that I will buy soon. I never use the word expensive because whenever we do that, it puts us out of our reach, as in like, oh, that's like a prized item that we'll never have. Okay, and we don't want to do that because if we never bring it to our reality, we're never going to be able to have it, no matter what it is. Okay, and a lot of times, what I find is that whenever we are arguing for our limitations like this, nothing is possible. Okay. So even things that whenever we look at them and we break them down become possible. Okay. But we're not even open to doing that because we are literally affirming our scarcity based mindset. So whenever we say things are, that is priceless, you're affirming, I want that, that's priceless, So eventually what's going to happen is your brain is going to start to find ways to make this possible for you. Okay. So, when we change it on an energetic level so that you can start attracting it to you in your physical reality, you have to open up the door in your mind first so that when it opens up in real life, you can walk through it. And I can't tell you how many times I've, said that. That's like my phrase, like you have to open up the door in your mind first, right? You guys are going to hear me say that all the time. Um, so again, your word is your wand. So only speak what you want to come true. Okay. And I'm not saying obviously like don't go out if literally something, you can't afford something. I'm not telling you to go out and spend $1,000 and go into $1,000 worth of debt. That's not what I'm saying here. What I'm saying is on a mental level, energetically, spend it. Continue to spend it in your mind so that you can raise your vibration to that match of already having it. Okay. So again, and you will find that things start to happen, things start to come to you because again, you open up that door in your mind first. So we must drop those limiting phrases and embody that you that already has the money for the thing, that already has the money in her hand, in her bank account, whatever the case may be. So does that make sense? Oh, Leanne manifested a free day off work. See? There you go. That's awesome. All right. Okay, so I'm going to take you guys to the second exercise of the day. All right. One of the coolest things about manifestation and manifesting, in my opinion, is being able to get the confirmation before you actually have the manifestation in your physical reality. And some people might say, oh my God, what's the point of that? But what happens is, this is such a powerful exercise that it basically confirms that you are going to receive your desires. Okay. And think about it whenever we were kids and we were in school or whatever, and we would be looking out the window, we would be daydreaming, doing what we were naturally meant to do. And they would say, hey, don't do that. Hey, don't do that. Um, you know, I'm going to give you permission today to start daydreaming again. So daydreaming is a key part in manifestation because, we just so happen to be conditioned to believe that it's a bad thing. Okay, that we are not allowed to expand our mind in such a natural way. Okay, so this exercise this is a really powerful exercise. So what I want you to do, unless you are driving, please close your eyes. This is going to take about 1 minute. Okay, go ahead and close your eyes and see your hands like raised out in front of you, just as if you are, have your palms out in front of you with the dollar bills in your palms. Whatever the dollar amount is that you are currently manifesting, just hold it in your hands, okay? Now, I'm going to walk you through a couple questions. If you have trouble with this, don't stress, don't freak out, okay? Just focus on the feelings, okay? Okay, so the first question, how does it look? How does it smell? What does the money feel like? What are you wearing at the time? Why does it feel good? Who are you sharing this good news with of the money that you just manifested? Do you hear any music in the background? What is the atmosphere like? What's the weather like of where you are holding the money? Are you in your house? Are you outside? And then just give yourself a couple minutes to just breathe. Visualization is all about the details, okay? All about the details. Remember, don't even think about the how it got there, Okay, a lot of people want to get tripped up on that, how it got there. Let's let that go. All right. Just visualize it being in your hands. Okay. We're going to stay in the it already happened zone. Okay. This already happened. Here we are. So see the $100, the $500, the $1,000, whatever the dollar amount is, manifesting over and over and over again in your mind. Okay. If you can open up your eyes now if you haven't already. So that's just to give you a little bit of an idea of a very powerful exercise. Sometimes it's really helpful to even put on like a very high vibe song and just sit there and close your eyes and just visualize it. Visualize whatever you want to do. And the thing is, again, if you are having trouble visualizing this, this in like in your reality, okay? Again, just focus on the feelings that you are having at the time. Oh, I'm great, great, Karen. I'm so glad. I'm glad this is not getting, but this is easy for some of you. I know like there are a lot of people that just they don't have that visualization is kind of like blocked off mentally. And so sometimes it takes some work to get back there. Like for me, it's natural, but for my husband, it's not natural at all. So it's like sometimes you feel like you're hitting your head against a wall. So of course, always focus on your feelings. All right, so here are the exercises for the day. I want you to visualize for 10 minutes over the next 24 hours. Okay, so until we meet again tomorrow, the last day, visualize for 10 minutes. So maybe it's right before you go to bed. Maybe it's when you first wake up, whatever the case may be. Just start visualizing, and you can ask yourselves all those questions. And then what I want you to do is write down the details of your visualization. So after you are done, with your visualization, just have a notepad handy. Just kind of write down the details of like what you felt. Maybe it was, maybe you've seen colors. Maybe it was a certain word that you were thinking of. Maybe it was the scenery. Maybe it was the people around you. Maybe you were at the bank. Maybe you were buying things. Maybe maybe you were shopping for, someone's Christmas gift. Like wherever you were, just write down as many details as possible. Okay. And then if you feel like you want to do it more than 10 minutes, then go for it. Like this is, like I said, this is such a powerful exercise that will bring the confirmation to you. You're going to eventually be overwhelmed with so much of the feeling of already having it that it has no choice but to show up in your reality. Okay, if you could just focus on feeling those feelings first, you just know. So this is how I've manifested a lot of things in my life, using that specific exercise of literally closing my eyes, walking myself through the exact process. Here's the thing that I do want to mention, and this was a struggle for me. Make sure you are viewing it through your eyes, okay? A lot of times we want to, at least me, like I said, I had trouble with this, visualizing it as if I was looking down on me and looking at me doing something, okay? That was something I've done for so long, and I'm like, whoa, and I was listening to, I think it was Abraham Hicks, and she was talking about viewing it through your eyes, that it's just so much more powerful of an experience. So that's just a small tip. Oh, Karen, I'm glad. Yeah, that's great. It's truly great to just visualize and daydream daily, because it's like a snowball effect. Once you start, shit just gets really real really fast. And then you're like, oh, okay, all right, that's cool. Like you just know, like you have no doubt in your mind, no matter how crazy the situation is, once you get that energetic confirmation, you have no doubt that things are going to happen for you. So it's really awesome. Okay. And then the last exercise that I want you guys to do is just to watch your words over the next 24 hours. Here's the thing, just being aware of the fact that, now you have this awareness of, oh, wow, maybe I'm sabotaging myself. Awareness cuts back the problem by 70%. just being aware of it without even like trying to do anything else. Okay. Um, Here's an example of like of my life. So like even whenever I was just trying to like I really wanted to eliminate sugar from, my diet completely. Whenever I was just consciously aware of sugar itself, I literally cut sugar out of my diet by 70%. Just by like, oh, hey, I'm aware of it. And then like once you have that mental note in your mind, it's almost like a filter that you're like, oh, wait a second. And then you catch yourself. Or you are more aware whenever you are speaking and you're like, wait a second, I shouldn't say that, and then you just reword it. Okay. And it's all about rewording and rewording and rewording and finding something better that feels better to you. Okay. Because I'm sure it doesn't sound really great to say, wow, I can't afford anything. I can't afford that. Like that's not something, that's a very low vibrational phrase. And it's never going to give us, again, the reality that we want and the money that we want. Okay. So always put yourself in the future of, again, not going into debt just to go into debt of, oh, I'm just going to pretend like I can. It's not that. You want to do it on an energetic level first. So then your physical reality will catch up to you and you will be able to do it for real. Okay. So, okay. Does anybody have any questions? I hope that was really helpful for you guys. I'm very excited that we're on day 4 here. This went really fast. I'm surprised, but I know that I was checking out the comment section in the group and everything, and I know that a lot of people are having some really great breakthroughs. And just having some moments that are like, wow, like you're you're working through things through this 5-day challenge, and regardless of how much money you manifest just within this 5 days, this is going to shift your mindset forever. Again, as long as you continue to work on it and practice your mindset, even just the little nuggets that you have learned here will start to shift your reality. And yeah, oh, I'm glad, Karen. She said, I love how you made it so easy to follow and comprehend. I try really hard because sometimes my brain can get so complex that I realize that only I can understand it. And it's hard for me sometimes to like convey that so that, everybody can understand it, because my husband will tell me that all the time. He's like, I have no idea what you're talking about. Like, I'll just say these random words. And it's funny because it's like, whenever you are so connected with your higher self and stuff, you basically like words just flow through you. And while that's really awesome, it's also really great to make sure that, again, focusing on how I was when I first started out and what would I understand. Karen said, I think writing things down truly does make the difference. Yeah, writing is so powerful. So here's a funny story. Like even with me, like I ever since I was very young, I've always been a writer. I would that's how I basically dealt with trauma in my childhood was I wrote novels from the age of like I don't even know whenever I could start writing. And writing, just physically writing is powerful. I don't feel the same way whenever I type things out. Like it's okay, but I would rather write them out on paper. I feel like it's more effective. And yeah, writing things down truly does make the difference. It makes it real. Also, here's the thing. This is a little mind hack. Whenever we write things, like our mind, the way that it is wired, it wants to consistently like circle things. So whenever, say, we're anxious or we have like just thoughts that won't stop, we keep replaying scenarios in our head. Whenever we write them down on paper, whatever they may be, just brain dump, it literally like it gives your brain a signal that, oh, hey, I don't have to worry about this anymore because it's safe somewhere else. So if it's safe on paper, it thinks, okay, I can stop thinking about it. So this is why, like, even in times when I would be, maybe I was really upset, maybe I was really anxious, maybe I was, just losing my shit. I would literally write out, and sometimes it would be like 5 pages of things. And I would just write it out, just like I sometimes I couldn't even read what I was writing, and then I'd be done and I'd be fine. And I'd be like, okay, all right, I'm good. Like it would just, again, because it gives your brain that thought process of, hey, I don't have to worry about this anymore because it's safe. Like it's written down somewhere. So it's pretty interesting. But okay, guys. Well, if you guys don't have any other questions for today, I'm going to jump off here because I want to respect your time. I was trying to keep this, to 10 to 15 minutes, but that's okay. I love chatting with you guys and getting to know what all you want and what all is helpful and not helpful. So it's always great to hear what you guys have to say. So all right. So again, just have a wonderful rest of your day. And I can't wait to see you all tomorrow for the last day. And again, if you have any questions, if you need help working through any of these exercises, just drop them in the comment section in the under the video in the group. Send me a private message if you don't feel comfortable talking about it, and we'll work it out. So, all right, guys. Well, I had a wonderful time hanging out with you, and I will talk to you guys later. You're welcome, Karen. See you guys.